morning show, for God's sake.
DJ Envy.
Better known as the People's Choice. Then salute to all my light-skinned brothers out there.
Jess Hilarious.
Jess with the worldwide mess. Jess don't do no lying.
And Charlamagne the God.
Donkey today.
Everybody come to the Breakfast Club. I call this the hot seat.
Y'all wild.
Breakfast Club is like being on America's front porch.
Don't feel like my rich cousins that never talk to me.
Every time I go to the Breakfast Club, I know it's gonna be like a good morning.
I'm getting
Good morning, USA.
Yo, 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 yo.
Jess Hilarious.
Good morning. What's up?
Charlamagne the God.
Peace to the planet. It's Monday. Good morning. Jessica Robin Moore, that baby ain't dropped yet?
No.
Still having contractions?
Yeah, every day.
Jesus.
A lot.
What's she waiting on to pop out and show?
I have no idea what she's waiting on, but I actually got some tea. There's this raspberry tea, like pre-labor tea that I ordered, that I've been drinking. And then they said walking on all types of stuff come about when somebody is trying to do something. Black people have everything for you. If you crack an egg and fried hard or something, or you put it on your sleep with it on your head. And you know how somebody grandmother always coming with something. So they tell me to walk on the curb, 1 foot on the curb, one foot on the street, like I'm in the Olympics, and walk a mile.
I'll tell you one thing that worked, but I think you're supposed to do it either when you're close to your due date or if you're after your due date. Some castor oil. Castor oil, pop that baby right on up.
Like what you mean? Like rub it on myself? What?
No, drink it. Like a little
shit. That's not real.
I've heard that, but they say sex helps.
Yeah, that hurt though. I ain't trying.
Yeah, that hurt though.
Man, castor oil. Don't do it now. Don't do the castor oil now. I'm just saying, like if it gets close to time, castor oil.
That's crazy.
I see.
Y'all can't see me.
No,
we can't see you.
I'm gonna say because why y'all looking at each other talking to me? This is crazy.
I seen the castor oil work. My wife did castor oil for our third, I think.
Really?
Yeah, but we also had a doula though that was directing us through all of that stuff. So
yeah. No.
When she told her to take that castor oil, it was on and popping then.
Now usually it's walking. They said walking always works, and sex. But the walking always works. Go to the mall, just walk around the mall, go shopping.
That's what I've been doing all weekend. I actually got to see Deadpool. Did you take the kids to see Deadpool and Wolverine?
I saw Deadpool last Thursday. Actually, absolutely.
Well, not take the kids. So y'all can't take your kids to see that. Y'all thought Bad Boys was crazy. Deadpool is crazy. The writing is hilarious.
It was great though. I mean, the only thing I didn't. Never mind. I'm about to say the only thing I didn't like about it, but I don't want to say anything because it's only been the first weekend. Even though they made like damn near $500 million,
which is crazy,
in the first weekend,
which is nuts with no villain. Like you say, you don't want to mess it up after the first week because I had my complaints about it too.
I did have some complaints,
but it was good.
Yeah, as a comic book fan and a comic movie fan, I thoroughly enjoyed it. As a fan of the MCU, I did not. But
okay.
Yeah, but that's. I'll talk about that next week.
Okay.
Jess is like,
I'll let him make $1 billion first.
I have no idea what I'm not into the comic world.
Yo, what? You're not into Marvel?
I'm not. I've never been into Marvel, nor have I ever been into really the wrestling. This hasn't been my thing as a kid.
I don't know what the hell wrestling got to do with this.
Nah, that's two different things.
Those two things that kids always do. They always watch wrestling, and they always into the Marvel and the comics. Those are the two things I just never was into.
Me or Jess are not kids. Okay. We're grown ass people.
But you started as kids watching it, correct?
I did as a young child, but the MCU is for adults.
No. But it grows with you. I was ready to say that's for adults. Oh, yeah, you gotta go see Deadpool.
All right, well, let's get the show cracking. 85 South will be joining us this morning.
My guys, Carlos Miller and Chico Bean will be here.
That's right. Of course, they're on the Big Business Comedy Tour. We're going to kick it with them. And we got front page news next, so don't move. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the God. We are the Breakfast Club. Let's get in some front page news. Good morning, Morgan.
Good morning. Hey, y'all. Hey, happy Monday. Okay, so in case you missed it on Friday, former President Donald Trump spoke at the Believer Summit hosted by the conservative Christian group Turning Point Action in West Palm Beach, Florida. Now, he urged the crowd to get to the polls so he could win the election in a landslide, quote, "That's too big to rig," referring to his false claim that the 2020 presidential election was fixed. Let's hear more from former President Trump.
Christians, get out and vote just this time. You won't have to do it anymore. 4 more years, you know what? It'll be fixed. It'll be fine. In 4 years, you don't have to vote again. We'll have it fixed so good you're not going to have to vote.
I mean, that's him with his dictator talk again. But none of this should surprise anybody. I mean, we were saying this was a possibility in 2020, and he tried to do it in 2020 when he attempted to overturn the results of an election. Okay, other politicians have warned of this. Republicans like Liz Cheney, is one that comes to mind. So I don't know why this is a surprise to anyone to hear him say that.
Well, he said it. He's a former president, so I'm going to report on it. Trump also indicated that he was not a Christian to that group. And speaking of rallies, Trump said he is headed back to Butler, Pennsylvania, despite the assassination attempt on his life earlier this month. He posted on Truth Social that Secret Service has agreed to substantially ramp up protection at outdoor rallies, which he will continue to have. And if you haven't seen recent photos, Trump has removed that bandage from his ear. And FBI officials have confirmed and come out and say that he was, in fact, shot. I know there was a lot of speculation around that. Now, meanwhile, the Republican nominee for vice president, J.D. Vance, he's defending his remarks. Here we go. We've got remarks from Trump. We got remarks from Vance. We've got remarks across the board. He's defending his remarks from 2021 about childless cat ladies running the country. Now, Vance has faced recent backlash for comments he previously made referring to Vice President Kamala Harris and other Democrats, in which he argued the party is controlled by people without children. Now, Vance told the Megyn Kelly show that media has attacked him for his sarcasm and not on the substance of what he said. He argued that the Democratic Party is becoming anti-family and anti-child. Do you believe that?
Do I think that they're becoming anti-family and anti-child?
Yeah.
No. Because once again, and we had this discussion last week, you don't know why women don't have children. It could be, physical reasons. They may not be capable of having children. They may have made the choice that they don't want children. They may have had, an abortion before. We don't know the reason why people choose not to have kids. It's not just because, they hate family.
It's true. All right. So let's switch gears to something we can truly be patriotic about, the Olympics. Now, iHeart is your exclusive audio partner. I know 1 minute we like, man, this country is ghetto. And the next minute we're like, Team USA.
Right.
Now, iHeart is your exclusive audio partner for the 2024 Summer Olympics in Paris. So be sure you download the app and catch the coverage there. Now, Simone Biles, she fought through adversity as she led Team USA to the finals of the women's gymnastic Olympic competition. Now, Biles left the floor for a short period of time due to leg comfort. I believe that was in her calf, but she still led her subdivision with a total of 59.556 points. Now, the U.S. men's basketball team cruised past Serbia 110-84 in their first game of the Summer Games. And here's what LeBron James had to say ahead of the matchup.
Team USA has given a lot to me, so I feel like, it's an opportunity for me to give back. Some of the greats that we've ever seen is Steph Curry, Kevin Durant. I'm happy to be a part of, the men's senior national team once again.
I mean, they did well. I mean, LeBron James, he killed it. KD killed it. I'm just having a problem watching the Olympics. I can't find it. Usually, I feel like the Olympics is on damn near every channel. You can watch it easily.
It is.
I haven't seen it. It's difficult. What channel?
Who do you have?
Because I seen they had a lot of coverage.
On NBC.
Peacock. Then you got to go to YouTube. You got to pay for it.
I've been watching a regular cable. I mean, I know I sound antique, but I mean, I have Xfinity. It's on 804. It's on like different channels. Something going on every channel.
I saw it on NBC all day yesterday.
Yeah, NBC. Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say definitely NBC. Check it out. And don't forget, iHeart, you can download the app if you want to just, listen to the coverage. Envy, there you go. But up next for Team USA in basketball is their battle against South Sudan, which is slated for Wednesday.
All right. Well, that is front page news. We'll see you next hour.
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Everybody else, get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. Let us know what you did this week and you had a great weekend, or if you just want to vent, whatever it may be. 800-585-1051. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Wake it up.
This is your time to get it off your chest.
Keep calling.
800-585-1051. We want to hear from you on The Breakfast Club.
Hello, who's this?
This is T.
Hey, T, good morning.
Good morning, guys. Charlamagne is correct. The castor oil does work. It's a medical fact that it does work. But two things about castor oil, it's nasty. You have to put it in something like juice or soda or something because it's nasty. Number two, it's a laxative. So it will make you poop all day. So you need to... Yeah, that's the two things about it. But you do need to poop anyway because you don't want to poop on a table when you're having a baby. when
That's
you're
right.
pushing, so that's a good thing too. But the castor oil does work. I used it, and my water broke.
Yeah, I seen it.
Okay.
I saw it
Thank you,
firsthand. I can't remember if my wife was past her due date or right at her due date. I just remember the doula saying, drink a little bit of castor oil tonight. And she drank that castor oil tonight, and she went into labor later on that morning.
Wow. Hello, who's this?
Hey, this is Ray from Detroit.
Ray, what up, though?
Good morning.
What's up, man? What's up, Heavy? What's up, Charlamagne?
Good morning.
Peace, King. What's up, brother? How you? Say what's up to
What's up?
Jess.
Hey, what's up, Jess? I didn't even know she was here. I thought she probably having a baby by now.
I know, right? Keep speaking it. Thank you.
Yeah, man. I'm just calling to get some stuff on my chest.
Okay.
Let's do it.
And the politician, this upcoming election, I just want to know why y'all on Trump like that.
Why we what?
Why y'all on Trump like that? Like anything you say, y'all blaspheme and everything. I used to be a Democrat. So give me wrong, I used to vote Democrat all my life, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I switched. I switched when Donald Trump came. It was Donald Trump versus Hillary. So I was like, nah, I don't think Hillary, and I voted Donald Trump. But I like his policy.
Let me ask a better question.
Far as-
What's his policy? Tell
far
me,
as-
what are the policies?
As far as cutting taxes for everybody, the big companies, that saves jobs. If the big companies pay a lot of taxes, they move out of country. They move out of, go to overseas and stuff like that. They put taxes at the border to make jobs come back. So I'm like, it's a lot of jobs came back to Detroit as far as the big three policy.
Okay.
So you like Trump because you like his stance on business, you're saying?
Yeah, a business, but he might come out and bring other people out that, you might be like, he might say stuff like you might don't agree on. But his policies is real good for the country. I don't see nothing wrong with him being the president. The Democrats ain't doing nothing but sending stuff overseas, ain't looking for their peoples and none of that. So that's it.
Well, to each his own. I am not a surrogate for the Democratic Party. I am not about to argue with you about your political choice.
But I mean, like you said, like we've been saying, you vote your best interest, and
that's all I tell people. You look at both candidates, and you look at their agendas, and you decide what you think is best for you. I'm not about to argue with you.
800-585-1051. Get it off your chest. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Ray.
Yo, Charlamagne, Envy, what up? Are we live?
This is your time to get it off your chest.
I got an indoor pool, an outdoor pool.
We want to hear from you on The Breakfast Club.
We can get on the phone right now here and tell you what it is.
We live? Hello, who's this?
Yo, it's T.
T, what's up, brother?
What's good? Top of the morning to you and all the rest of y'all. Listen, man, I want to get off my chest to all the parents in NYC. Please evaluate your children if they outside with face masks and a hoodie on this summer, please. It don't make no sense, man. I'm riding around and I'm seeing all these kids with hoodies and face masks on. 100 degrees outside. What's going on?
Makes no sense.
And when they get racially profiled, or when they get stopped and frisked, can you blame them?
Yeah, I mean, you're right.
If I saw you
got a
outside with
hoodie
a ski
on
mask
and a
100
ski
degree
mask
weather,
on, I gotta just assume you up to no good at 90-degree weather.
That is a fact. It's like, yo, I want to pull over sometime. Those T-shirts is only $5 at the bodega. Yo, you need a T-shirt, brother, make you look bad. Make your parents look bad, like they ain't got no summer clothes for you or something. Hey, what's going on?
Hey, you know what's funny? I will say these kids is built different, though, because, they be wearing, like, hoodies and stuff in the summer. And so, like, I be like, damn, let me try it. My 1978 body ain't built like that. I can't do it. I'm out here, I'll be sweating like a mother. I can't do it.
That is a fact. Yo, I just want to give a shout out to everybody this summer, man. Yo, I know that Dominican Republic, that Dominican parade didn't go well. Know what I mean? But I want to give a shout out to everybody's safety for the rest of the summer. And y'all can follow me on TikTok as T Handsome. That's TEHANSUM.
Hold on, T. What happened at the Dominican parade?
Yo, they got shot up. Something happened. People letting shots out and all. It's crazy.
Where? What city?
You can't even. It was in the Bronx.
Oh, because we nationally syndicated. So I don't know. I don't know where all I don't know where all the Dominicans are at all over the country.
Stupid, man. Have a good one,
Yo,
T.
boy, all right, I appreciate y'all. Have a good one. Peace.
Envy, how come you ain't tell us that your parade got shot up?
I am not Dominican, sir.
You are definitely Dominican.
I am not Dominican.
I saw they got you DJing some Latino award show or something
I'm
like
definitely
that.
not DJing. I'm nominated for an award.
Nominated
I'm
Best
nominated
Latino
for
DJ of the year. Boy, you better stop cosplaying, boy. Stop cosplaying as a black man.
The funny thing is, I am nominated, but I'm not Dominican. But I appreciate.
You are definitely Dominican.
I'm not Dominican. I appreciate the nomination. Hello, who's this?
This is Roshonda from Bridgeport.
Roshonda. Good morning, Roshonda.
Good morning. Happy blessed Monday, everyone.
Happy Monday to you too. Get it off your chest, Roshonda.
Well, not so much as what I want to get off my chest. I just wanted to offer little Miss Jess, mommy coming soon, that I heard she was in labor or having contractions. I had an idea that might work for her, that worked for me. I was one day overdue, and I just wanted to get that baby out. I went outside, and I jumped some double dutch.
What?
Not long, just a double dutch.
You went outside to jump rope?
Yeah. Oh, my God.
Yes.
Jess, you want to try
that?
Hell no. Oh, my God.
Baby,
I bet it did work.
I'm telling you, my water broke. The minute I stopped, my water broke, and I had my daughter in 2 hours after that incident.
So
but that was
okay?
intentional. I wanted to go in labor.
Okay.
What year was this?
Go outside and double dutch.
Yes.
What year was this, Queen?
Well, jump rope, it's either way. Jump rope, it's still jumping rope.
What year was this,
What
Mama?
year was this?
Oh, does it matter?
It was in the 80s and 90s?
I know Charlamagne had to be the one to ask that question, and yes, it was in the 80s.
I just asked the question.
It was the 80s.
Oh, it was the 80s. Okay. All right. Have you heard about castor oil? Have you heard about castor oil working?
Of course you have.
Yes, I've heard that, but that is some disgusting stuff. But it does work as well.
It works.
That's what I heard. It's disgusting. So more than likely, I'll be double dutching, not
Yeah,
castor
just
oil.
baby girl, I kid you not, it works. It happened 3 times. I told somebody to do that, and it worked.
Rashonda, where you from? Brooklyn?
Bridgeport, Connecticut.
Connecticut. Okay.
Oh, Bridgeport. Okay.
Well, have a great day.
Thank you.
Yeah, have a good morning.
Oh, y'all all do the same as well. I love y'all. Keep up the good work.
Thank you.
Jess, just text my wife because I be getting the stories mixed up. But I'm telling you, she drank castor oil. I just don't remember if it was close to the due date or after the due date. But it was a little shot of castor oil, and that I'm telling you, it came like hours later.
I think you should do both, Jess. I think you should do a little castor oil while you're double dutching, and I think the baby will come immediately. Get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. Now we got Jess with the Mess coming up. What we talking about?
Yes, Robert Downey Jr. came back to Marvel, but not as Iron Man, so we can get into it.
All right, we'll talk about that next, so don't move. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ
Hello.
Envy, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast
Greetings.
Club. Let's get to Jess with the Mess.
News is real, whether it's Jess Hilarious, Jessica Robin Moore, just don't do no lies, don't do no lies.
She don't spare nobody.
Worldwide Jess, worldwide Mess.
On The Breakfast Club.
She's a coach of shit.
She was able to get y'all to see something and understand something that nobody could get you to see.
It's time to set it off.
And
Okay, Robert Downey Jr. is back. So over the weekend, Marvel announced that Robert Downey Jr. will be returning to returning back to Marvel Cinematic Universe, but not as Iron Man. So he's going to portray Dr. Doom, aka Victor, on Doom in Avengers Doomsday, which is set to release next year. Well, in 2 years, in May 2026. He will also play Dr. Doom in Avengers Secret Wars, which is scheduled to drop in May of 2027. He gonna be doing this for a long time. I ain't gonna lie. I really, really, really love Robert Downey Jr. I loved him as Iron Man. I actually did shed a tear, or a few of them. I cried when he died because I was like, damn, now we not, because you fall in love with that character. But,
that's right.
But what me and Chris was talking about, my boyfriend, he was saying, like, that's the thing, like, you don't want to see a character change. Like, for my generation and my son's generation, we just know Iron Man, Tony Stark, is Robert Downey Jr. Like, but for my daughter's generation, who is gonna be?
Man, salute to Chris. That's my El Negro. He is absolutely right.
Yeah, El Negro.
Let me tell you something. I think it reeks of desperation. I don't know why Robert Downey Jr. would even want to come back and play Dr. Doom. I don't know why Marvel would want him to come back and play Dr. Doom. He is Iron Man. I am Iron Man.
And yep, and that's exactly like how Kay's gonna be confused. Like, oh, so he too? Okay, so what? How is this gonna play like in the multiverse? Like, how
don't like it.
But I'm just I don't like it, but I love him. So I'm just like, all right, look, if he like it, hopefully he make us love it.
Even though in the comics, there was a Doctor Doom variant of Iron Man or Iron Man variant of Doctor Doom. I don't remember, but I just don't like it. I don't, and I'm hating on it before I even get a chance to experience it or see it. But I don't like it.
Yeah.
Well, you guys enjoy it.
I don't like. Yeah, shut up, Eddie. You gotta get into it. I don't know why you don't like it, yo, but it is great. It's something to get into.
And can I say this about Deadpool and Wolverine, Jess? Oh boy. Just because I have to, because it's gonna bother me if I don't say it. Like I said earlier, if you're a comic book fan or a comic movie fan, you're gonna love it. If you're a fan of the MCU, you're not gonna like it because it's not attached to nothing. It's not about nothing. It's just a good, fun movie. It's a great movie, but it's not attached to nothing.
That's exactly what I said. I said this is the first Marvel movie that didn't have like a villain, like a really, really good storyline. Like they didn't get to come together and do. It was action was good. It was written great. Camera work was good, but other than it being shady and Ryan Reynolds doing his thing and Hugh Jackman still looking good. I mean, that six pack is crazy and that man like 70.
Hey, that was CGI.
Oh my
Hater.
God. For real?
He's a hater. He don't know that. He don't know that for sure. He just hated. Just hating.
Oh my God, Hugh Jackman looks so good still to this day. But yeah, other than that, I was like, damn, it's just like a little fun movie that somebody.
Y'all really love this, huh? Y'all really into this?
Yeah. So does the rest of the world. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
So does the whole world. It's made like $500 million this weekend.
Exactly.
The highest grossing R-rated movie ever.
When's Batman coming
Crazy.
back? I don't know. Bad.
Yeah. Anyway, so I just want to. I know Morgan had talked about the Olympics and she spoke on Simone Biles, but I've been watching the Paris Olympics 2024. And listen, she forgot to mention that Team USA leads with 12 gold medals. Y'all.
Okay.
12 medals, only 3 in gold. Just after day 2, and trailing us is Italy, and then the next is China. They got Italy got 8, and China got 7. They still not on our ass though. I was. Real
you see the girl fall on her
it.
face and they get back up during practice and they get back up and kill it in the gymnastics.
Damn,
Simone Biles?
No, it wasn't Simone Biles. It was another girl. She was on the pole.
No, it wasn't Simone.
She was doing a pole work and she fell on her face during thing and she got back up and then destroyed it after that.
That's
Simone hurt her leg.
Team USA?
Yeah, she was Team USA.
That's what's up. See, it was so much going on. There's different events going on at one time. So we was switching back and forth from like volleyball, and then like the swim competition. Just a few of my favorite was the gymnastics women's team competition. Simone Biles, of course, she killed it, and she pushed through her minor leg injury. She showed out, and then I want to give a shout out to Jordan Childs. She was amazing too, and Sunisa Lee. And after undergoing kidney related issues, she actually came back Suni, and she won
Suki?
all around.
No, not Suki, man. Not Suki. Suki was with Dr. Umar.
Team USA.
Suni, she talking.
And she actually won the 2020 Tokyo Olympics for all-around gymnastics champion. So that was pretty good. Oh, and the volleyball, Japan and Poland. I mean, we of course, USA ain't get that, but Japan and Poland, that was a good game. That was a really, really they was a good game. So I think it was out of 4 or 5. Poland won, but I was hyped for Japan just because they was smiling. They was happy the whole time, and them Poland bitches was looking real like.
Why you calling bitches?
The Poland girlies was like.
All they did was go out there and represent for their country. Why they got to be Poland bitches?
No, you are so right. Are you right? No, but they was giving like off this real like, what y'all here for? It's like we're all here for Olympics.
Jess was like, I was so happy for them because they were just smiling the whole time.
They were just, them Japanese people was like, hey, like every time, even when they was losing, they was just like, oh my God. Yeah.
All right, Jess.
They was happy to be there.
That's right.
Okay.
Yeah. Right. And I felt like the Polanders wasn't.
The Polish
people. That's what the matter.
I hate Jess, man. Oh man! All right. When we come back, we got front page news with Morgan, and then 85 South Show will be joining us. Chico Bean and Carlos Miller. So don't move. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club. Your mornings will never be the same.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Let's get back to some front page news. Hey, Morgan.
Hey. So let's talk about what's happening on the other side of the aisle. Vice President Kamala Harris, she is reaching out to the family of Sonia Massey. Now, Massey is the black woman who was fatally shot by an Illinois sheriff's deputy earlier this month after she called police to her residence because she heard a prowler outside. Now, on Friday, Massey's father revealed that Harris had reached out to their family and gave her heartfelt condolences, and that Harris agreed Massey's death was a senseless killing. Now, Deputy Grayson, I won't say his full name, has been fired, and he has been indicted on charges of first-degree murder. Now, moving on, Pennsylvania Governor Josh Shapiro, somebody you like, right, Charlamagne?
That's my guy. Salute to Governor Josh Shapiro.
Yeah, he's rallying support for Vice President Harris and her presidential bid. Now, Shapiro appeared alongside trades union leaders in Philadelphia and praised Harris for her, calling her a fearless leader. Let's hear more from the Pennsylvania governor.
Another friend of mine over the last 20 years, the Vice President of the United States, Kamala Harris. She is a fearless leader. She has always put people before the powerful, whether in a courtroom, in the halls of power, or in the office of the Vice President. She has never forgotten the people that got her there. She has never forgotten where she came from. She never forgot her roots.
When are they announcing Governor Josh Shapiro as the vice president?
When?
Yeah, when did that happen?
So I have heard as early as August 7th. Again, usually these things happen at the DNC, which is August 19th. So I'd imagine in between the 7th and the 19th, there will probably be a decision made in terms of vice president on the Democratic side. I don't know if it's going to be Shapiro because Bashir was out there, speaking for her too. But yeah, I definitely think he's in the running. Now, he added that there couldn't be a more clear contrast between Harris and Trump, arguing that Trump can't run away from his record any longer. The governor of the critical swing state is considered, of course, a possible running mate for Harris. Speaking of being outside, Shapiro was outside, for Harris. I was outside this weekend in my city. Broccoli City Fest went down in Washington, D.C. Now, the two-day festival took place on Saturday and Sunday at Audi Field for the first time. Now, side note, I need BC to know that everybody with a camera is not media. They don't need a media credential, but I won't get too into that. I will speak on the positives. I didn't get to talk to too many artists, but I did run into Texas Congresswoman, the clapback queen, Jasmine Crockett, who spoke exclusive with me about Broccoli City Fest. Let's hear from her.
Listen, what's up, everybody? We is outside. This is going to be the summer of freedom. As you have heard my vice president say, it's all about our freedom. Our freedoms are on the line. So I'm out here. Listen, this is what it's all about. This is a beautiful black experience. We are beautiful and we are great. And so we are living and walking in our greatness right now. Listen, if you're not here, you should be. And if you're not here this year, make sure you get here next year. Y'all, peace and love.
She was so sweet in person. So she also introduced Megan Thee Stallion. As you know, they're both from Texas. Megan Thee Stallion headlined the first night of the festival. Here's what she said in part to the crowd. Jasmine Crockett spoke to the crowd. Here's what she said.
You got one black job in November. Your one black job in November is to make sure you show up and vote. So if you have any questions about where you go to vote, if you register to vote and all that good stuff, make sure you visit iwillvote.com. Say it with me, iwillvote.com.
Yeah, I love that she had the crowd riled up. iwillvote.com. So Lil Yachty.
Was the crowd enthused about voting, Morgan?
Yeah, they seemed like it, and it was a young, and it was first of all, the crowd was vast. There was a lot of people there, and it was a young crowd, and she had them rallied. So, I will see. But Lil Yachty, Bryson Tiller, Skilla Baby, Party Next Door, they all performed on Saturday, and on Sunday, Sexy Red, Kate Renata, Victoria Monet, and others took the stage with Gunna headlining with surprise guest Offset. He brought Offset out. That's your front page news. I'm Morgan Wood. Make sure you catch me on socials at Morgan Media, MorganMedia. And for more news coverage, follow at Black Information Network and BINnews.com. Happy Monday, y'all.
Thank you, Morgan.
Thank y'all.
All right. Now, when we come back, the brothers from the 85 South Show will be joining us, Chico Bean and Carlos Miller. So don't go anywhere. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. We got some special guests in the building.
Yes, sir.
We got the 85 South Show. Welcome, Chico Bean, Carlos North. How y'all feeling?
Yeah, what's up?
We good.
Good morning.
Good morning, DJ Envy. Happy Monday morning to you.
You know, I got a random question as a fan of 85 South Show, right? When y'all got guests on, do you consider those interviews, or do y'all just feel like it's a kickback?
Or just conversations?
We don't really do too many interview type situations. I mean, you know, of course, we like to bring people on that we fans of, you know, but we don't really just sit there and try to keep up with the topics of the week or the drama or nothing like that. We just like, you know, to have some nice company around so they can kick it with us.
But they open up on that couch, though. They get comfortable.
Yeah, that's the point. Mm-hmm. That's the point. You know, giving people an environment that is different than what they're used to. You know, artists are constantly doing interviews that, you know, they send their PR team in with questions you can't ask and things you can't say. You know what I mean? We don't really have that type of dynamic. So people get to come in and really, you know, and we ask a different line of questioning too, because we're interested in different things when we sit down with these people, you know, because a lot of them we are fans of. So we're not asking questions based on the perspective of an interviewer. We really coming from a fan perspective, just with a structured way that we talk to people. So I think that it allows people to feel more comfortable when they having a conversation with somebody that they feel like, you know, you sit on the porch or you're at the barbershop with.
And you can tell they fans of y'all because they got to drive all the way to y'all studio. That's about 2 hours outside of Atlanta.
No, it's not. Why you on here lying, Charlamagne?
Why you trying to
Man, we just got here, man. We just not an hour.
How long?
Everywhere is an hour away in Atlanta. What you mean?
Atlanta, yes, with the traffic.
Everybody say 30 minutes, but it's
It's 45.
Everywhere is an hour away.
All I'm saying is they gotta really with y'all to come out.
I tell you who don't. You ain't never been.
I've been there. Yes, I have.
You ain't never sat down with us though. You just sat down and did an interview.
Y'all ain't never invite me, but I've been to the studio.
What you mean we ain't never invite you? We invited you and Envy. I know why Envy couldn't come, but you ain't got no excuse.
Yeah, we knew Envy wasn't
couldn't come
because he don't hang out with people like us. He don't even hang out with you. I seen one picture of y'all like outside of work. Like they are really not partners, and they keep this relationship.
You gotta watch. See, y'all don't get to see it. We be in the back room. These don't even talk to each other when the camera's off. They just sit there and just look straight. I'm like, man, that is true.
It's like we've been together for 14 years.
We've been together. Don't say it like that.
I'm glad you finally doing it. Y'all have been together. Y'all definitely been together.
Y'all gotta talk to them. That's actually.
I bet y'all periods been synced up and everything.
They ain't friends, but they'll sleep in a bunk bed together.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't get that.
Your best partners is the one you ain't gotta make conversation with. You can just sit around in silence and it'd be cool.
All right,
whatever. Man.
But we know what each other's thinking. Like we laugh at the same jokes. We always
that's work. Yeah, that's work related.
And you know we really neighbors.
For real?
In the same neighborhood, like see each other family at.
Who lived there first?
It was actually the same time.
At the same time.
Yeah, I moved. Did Envy get you the house? What I'm asking? Wait, he really lived there. That's a good question.
No.
Oh, all right.
N-O.
All right, I was just making sure.
She gonna come up and start.
Nah, I ain't started nothing. That was him. Charlamagne, I know you getting money now because you know you look good. You know what I mean? You taking care of yourself. You starting to look like a cane Corso in the face. I saw a picture, Jess. I saw a picture of Charlamagne. I was like, man, he looked like a cane Corso, man.
You see, he ain't smiling no more.
Yeah, you see, he do look at his face. He look like a cane Corso. I was like, boy, you better not run up in Charlamagne crib. He gonna bite you.
Oh, you stupid.
He got that paper, bro. You remember when it used to be camouflage?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, he got all them old pictures deleted up.
Look like a cane Corso down, man.
Now, he got all the old pictures deleted.
He got all his old pictures deleted.
Man, saying somebody look like a can Corso is terrible.
Man, I'm telling you, man. Hey, put the pictures up side by side.
Now, did y'all hear Soulja Boy call B Simone a Charlamagne face?
What?
That's her saying B Simone was handsome. That was just his way of saying that.
No.
They got into an argument. He said Charlamagne. I said that's the most disrespectful.
He was saying she bald headed, so he said Michael Jordan face, Charlamagne the God face.
Now, I'm gonna tell Big Soulja right now. You can't be talking about my little brother B Simone. That's my little brother. Oh. She always been my little brother. I understand your outrage, but raise up off my little brother.
Man, you know, one thing I like about y'all don't got to do nothing that y'all don't want to do.
Absolutely.
So if you see Carlos, Chico, or DC doing something, it's because they want to do it. So, Los, why are you doing College Hill?
Why am I doing College Hill?
There's got to be a reason behind it.
Just for a little razzle dazzle.
Okay.
Just to shake it up a little bit. Sometimes I just wake up and I just be doing it. I just take advantage of this whole entertainment situation, bro. Ain't no telling what you might see me on. You wake up, you're going to see me on one of them survival type shows like What he get voted off the island?
No, yeah, survival.
Ain't no telling.
Yeah.
I get all kind of calls through my phone, bro. Sometimes I say no most of the time, but I'm gonna start saying yeah to some of it.
And you see the fight? Degree, right?
Did you see the fight on College Hill?
Which fight?
He wasn't there.
I know you wasn't there, but did you see the fight with Jocelyn and Amber Rose?
Yeah.
Is that a concern that you might have to fight somebody on there? Because it seems like
nah, absolutely not. I'm a great fighter. That's why don't nobody ever try me. You think they just let me walk around saying whatever I want to say? I think nobody ever questioned it. I'm a great fighter.
I seen the clip with you, Nick Young, and Saucy Santana. How was it trying to keep them from fighting?
Well, Saucy Santana is a whole handful by himself. Bro. He got a lot going. It's like a whole production when he's involved. Shout out to my partner Saucy. But he cool as hell, man. He's definitely not the person that I thought he was going into the show. But then after being around him, and then you kind of get to know these people, you're like, okay, it's a method to your madness. So he's great. He's got a great marketing plot and all that.
Somebody gonna play with Saucy and get their ass beat,
and that's what's gonna be hilarious. That's what's gonna be hilarious because they only get to see. Like,
that sounds crazy the way you
Saucy. Like
somebody gonna play with Saucy and get their ass beat.
Not on purpose. You see how that conversation always trail off to something else. But Saucy gonna end up whooping the hell out of somebody. I could tell.
They look like they wanted to jump you when you said homelessness wasn't your problem.
It's still not my problem.
I understood what you were saying. I got it.
Yeah. I don't understand why that was so controversial. And then you see now they passing all these laws. They want to kick the homeless people off the street.
Criminalizing,
you can go to jail. They criminalizing it. So it's like, man,
what you say about homeless people?
The professor said that homelessness was a problem of everyone, and I was like, I just don't feel like that. I don't think that that's my problem because the powers that be and the people who make the real decisions, they can eradicate that in less than 24 hours if they want to. So I don't feel like they try to play on your sympathy and your good morals and all that to try to make you feel guilty about somebody else's situation. I mean, it's terrible, but I don't feel like it's a problem that's individual amongst the citizens.
How can Carlos Miller or any of us as individuals correct the homelessness problem in America?
Don't be one. Don't be homeless. Correct. Or let them come live with you. We should all adopt one homeless person. I don't know.
But not only that, you think about all the billions of dollars they send overseas, right?
Right. I mean, they can miss one payment and eradicate homelessness. I mean, this is New York City. It used to be a problem. You used to see homeless people everywhere. Now you don't see them.
No, that ain't true. New York, number one place for homelessness in America.
But I'm saying it's not like it used to be. You have to step over people. Now you can go blocks without seeing a homeless person.
You still do. I mean, depending on what block you're on. You know what I'm saying? If it ain't a homeless person, you definitely stepping over a rat. I don't know why they wait until 2026 to put the trash cans in. That's backwards. Like, why? Yeah, we're going to fix the rat problem in 2 years. We're going to let them run it up for 2 more years. Then we're going to get the trash cans in. So this is a unique city. I love New York City, but like we were just talking on the way over here about how the world is ran from this island, from right here. You know, this is where the world is ran from. All the decisions that are made here in New York City affect the world. So
really, you believe that?
Yes, but without question. Without question. Like, you think about all of the businesses and all of everything is centralized right here. You know, even if you look at media, you look at what you guys have done. You guys have shaped the culture from right here in this city. And I think it's just the essence of this city that makes it, you know, so grandiose in regards to, you know, the power that is, you know, the power structure that New York has. You know, I'm from Washington, D.C. I'm from the nation's capital, but it's more, you know, decisions made in New York City than it even is in Washington, D.C., if you ask me.
That makes sense.
All right, we got more with the 85 South Show. When we come back, don't move. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. We're still kicking it with the 85 South Show. So are you guys into politics at all?
Nah, not really.
Nah, you know what I mean?
That's the thing that I learned about being on that show, bro. You ask a black man his opinion, and it don't necessarily line up with everybody else's. They're going to try to make you look crazy.
Yeah, and like I said, I'm from the home of politics. I'm from Washington, D.C., so I have a different vantage point into it. Like, I know that a lot of the things that, you know, people want done, you know what I'm saying, from wherever you're from, you're sending them to my city to get it done. And I've seen them walk past us in the conditions that you want fixed in your community. So I see that it's not a care. And unfortunately for black people, when it comes to politics, we're the only ones that are expected to share. You know, we the only ones when it comes to getting something done for us. It's like, well, we got to be the president for the whole country, and we got to do this and we got to do that to make sure that everybody's okay. Like, it's so hard for us to get litigation and things passed that just benefits us. I don't think that, we really are at a disadvantage when it comes to political, the political structure in America. So it's hard to identify as a black man.
That's what triggered me too.
What's that?
I'm now just sitting here listening to you say that. Like, as a black man, you can't sit here and try to blame that on me. Like, of the America's problem. I ain't do nothing with that. That ain't got nothing to do with me.
Yeah, it's difficult to find because as black people, we've been in a committed relationship with the Democratic Party for years, and I think that a lot of people don't understand locally. That's what creates that connection. It's our local government is what's going to affect your life day to day. It's not going to be the president. It's not going to be the senators and all of that. They make the big decisions, but the day to day things that go on in your community, that's what's going to shape the way that you live. You know what I'm saying? Like, for somebody like Charlamagne, who was heavily involved in politics, I got a question for you. Like, what do you think the plan should be in this coming election for us to get something done for us?
I think that you should. Well, I'm gonna tell you what I'm voting for. I'm voting to protect the democracy. Me personally.
No, you're not.
I am. I'm voting to preserve democracy. But I mean, I'm not gonna say I had no intentions of voting, because I was gonna vote in November. I just wasn't gonna tell nobody who I was voting for, and I'm still not telling nobody.
Turn into a white man.
I'm still not telling nobody to vote for a certain individual. I'm just telling people to vote for their issues. Find. Look at both candidates. Look at the issues that you like, the agenda that they got, and cast your vote based on the issue.
I mean, but that's the thing. Like, what issues are specifically directed towards black people in America?
I don't think there's anything specifically directed towards black people in America.
And it should be.
Yeah, but there's things that one of the candidates is doing, Kamala Harris, I believe, that could impact us. When you talk about the black maternal death rate in this country, she's a leader on that. She's a leader on mental health advocacy. She's a leader for small businesses, HBCUs. Like, those are things that I know directly impact us. Entrepreneurship, economic empowerment.
Yeah, but these are issues that have been on the board for years, and for us to still have these same issues lets you know that none of this stuff has been rectified. So at what point do we start to see the results other than the promises? That's the thing. We get promised a whole bunch of stuff during the election cycle. Every 4 years, it's like the same movie come on. You get all these different promises, all these different. Like, we're going to do this. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. We're going to do this, and then for the next 4 years, it's just hurry up and wait. You know what I'm saying? So I think that
you said it, so I don't got to catch the backlash.
What did y'all think when Trump got shot in the air?
He didn't get shot. Stop
God damn, Carlos.
He didn't get shot.
Talk to me.
Stop saying that. You know he didn't get shot.
Why you don't think he got shot? What do you think happened?
You don't get shot and be outside talking the same day. He not 50.
Yeah, he didn't get shot.
He did not.
They said it was the glass.
He didn't get shot.
Well, either way, I mean, coming from somebody who done been shot at, there ain't no difference. You know what I mean? Ain't no difference. I don't know what y'all talking about. You know what I mean? All that, he ain't get shit. I don't know about y'all, but I ain't never seen no bullet be like, wait, hold up, wait a minute. That one ain't mine. Yeah, go ahead. Nah, it don't work like that. But I will say this about that situation, though, in my opinion, like I said, with my understanding of politics, that was the first time that he ever looked presidential to me.
Really?
Yeah,
okay.
And because to me it was impossible to see him as presidential because he'd been a celebrity our whole life. I watched this Home Alone. Like, he was always the apprentice, so you saw a celebrity. But that was the first time that I think in his, political career that he actually looked presidential. It's kind of like what happened with Ronald Reagan, because I think the world that we live in now, the world that we're adults in, is because of Ronald Reagan. And if Trump wins this next election, the world that our children will live in will be because of Donald Trump.
Absolutely. What you just said has made me think of something. That doesn't show you the importance of this election coming up, though. When you see one president get an assassination attempt and then the other candidate say, you know what, I'm gonna step out because it's so serious, I don't even want to give us a chance.
No, I don't think that's the reason. I don't think that's the reason why he stepped out. Joe Biden was mumble rapping. Joe Biden was. I'm talking about. You asked him a question. He was like, "Yeah, we're gonna to begin," and it's like that's lifestyle. I heard that already, Joe. You're not gonna get me with that one. That's thug right there. So I think there should be an age limit, though. There should definitely be an age limit, because like Los was talking the other day, and he was like, man, it's always gonna be a bunch of old white men. So when are we gonna stop letting them be the ones that make the conscious decisions for
Kamala Harris?
You know what I mean? Yeah, I mean that's
come on, that's a little different.
It's very different.
Yes,
I'm just telling you. She gave us a shout out.
Yeah, she definitely came when we did the BET Awards. She came and talked to us. So there is a level of connection that is there that we can, utilize as black people from just the optics, because black women carry so much of the burden when it comes to our communities for various reasons. You know what I mean? A lot of factors play into that. But the black woman is very, very pivotal in our community. So I think that, having that connection and being able to galvanize black women, if black women are with it, then, everybody going to be with it.
Man, think about your daughter, right, Chico? Think about the confidence you already instilling in her as a woman, but then she got people she can look to like that. Imagine what that do for their confidence.
Oh yeah, well she already got all her confidence. Yeah, I don't know what she different.
That's why I started with you. I started the confidence you were instilling.
She all the way different. But I mean that is, optic wise, that's something that I never thought we would see Obama in our lifetime. So to see a black woman would be amazing. But I would just hope that the understanding, because you look at the record and what people criticize her on in regards to what her time was as a prosecutor and everything. But I think people need to understand that everybody got a job to do. So if that was her job, she was doing her job, and if she locked a lot of people up, that means she did her job well. So now it's time to rectify that. And I think that's something that she should speak to kind of make black men who might have an issue with the fact that that's her record, make us feel a little bit better about the fact that that's not necessarily what she was doing, because that was her sentiment, but she was doing her job. And now that she could potentially be the president, she's going to do a job that is going to be more beneficial to those same people that she might have, been a detriment to back in the day.
All right, we got more with the 85 South Show. When we come back, don't move. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Still kicking it with Chico Bean and Carlos Miller from the 85 South Show. Charlamagne?
Chico, you how much you had lost in Vegas when your daughter made you do the walk of shame?
Man, come on, Slim. Man, I don't want to talk about that.
Talk about man.
Why you keep trying to put me? We to go from politics straight to that. You trying to get the IRS in my business? Man, too much, man. I have a limit to where my own money. But the messed up part was I lost all my winnings. That's the thing. That's the thing about gambling, man. Gambling don't get the respect it deserve in the hierarchy of addiction, because you sit there and that if all it take is one of these to hit and I be right back up, and then next thing you dig in your pocket to get some more money out and you got a coupon, and that's it.
It seemed like nobody hit though. Like I think Drake hit for like some crazy 8 million the other day, and I'm like, that just don't happen.
I mean, yeah, I don't know nothing about that. Ain't nowhere in the world I ever gamble that much money. I don't care how much money I have, but just the feeling of losing was so terrible. And my daughter really, her perspective was, we gonna make it fun, but the reality
you been
is
gambling again.
Huh?
I was just saying if you was gonna tell the world you been gambling again.
Why you snitching, bro?
You gonna sit here and give them this long speech.
Why you snitching? You say, well, I didn't say nothing about being changed. Yes, I went back.
You did the gambling, you went back?
I definitely went back, and I won this time. That's why I ain't say nothing. Damn, Lo.
He just said people downplay it as an addiction. It's an addiction.
Yeah, it's an addiction, and I have an affliction. You know what I mean? What's up?
You're not gonna do this on the Breakfast Club. Not when I'm here.
Yeah, I had but I won this time, and like I said, I got a limit. I don't, I was like Big Meat. You don't never bring it all with you, but I'm not as bad as I was that day. That day I was sick.
What about the Covenant House, Lowe's? How did that change you? You visit to the Covenant
Bro,
House?
I never been around like homeless teenagers, man. Like, when you think homeless, you think of like adults who like had a whole life and like went through something and like fell on hard times. But then you go and you see like teenage mothers and fathers, and then you got like high school students who still getting up every day going to high school, which could totally be a struggle because kids are cruel. And you got future comedians in there roasting everybody, not knowing what people's situation is. So it's like that just hit me in a different way to be like, it's not just grown people, bro. It's kids involved. It's people still trying to have a life. So I had to make sure that I went down there off camera and kicked it and talked to them people and sent some gifts and some resources and just try to use my platform to try to amplify that part.
What's up with Channel 85?
What you
Jess, you need to take a nap. You sleepy. I can see it.
She pregnant.
Look at you.
Answer the question.
There you go. But now, Channel 85 is our attempt in making sure that we are in control of as much as we can be in control of. The content that we put out on there is the way we want it to be, without having to be under the rules and guidelines of people who might disagree with what we want our narrative to be. So having that control is important, and also being able to be in charge charge of what, you put out, and having the understanding of how deep that goes when it comes to the visual aspects, when it comes to what you're talking about, the content wise, all of that is stuff that somebody else is going to dictate and determine when you're using that platform. So for us to have that ability, we're one, putting out what we want to put out, but also learning the game from that perspective to be able to, have people who have like minds be able to come in and put their content out on our platform as well. So, you'll have a lot more opportunity to make more money, especially when you've been doing it for, we've been in this game now. We've been on TV, 10 years now? Almost 11 years? Yeah. So, and Wild 'N Out Grade premiere. Wild 'N Out Grade premiere. Another season is Grade premiere. So, we have been blessed to be in the game, but it's always progression that can be made. And a lot of the times you miss that progression by being stuck in your old ways. You know what I'm saying? So, just open your mind up and you'll see the value in all of this stuff that these, new entertainers are doing out here.
What's the dumbest pitch y'all got for y'all?
The dumbest pitch?
The dumbest pitch somebody came to y'all and said, we want you to do this movie or this show.
For me, it was that reality show. I was like, man, y'all got you know who I am? You want me to go on there and try to find a girl?
I tried to talk him into doing it.
He tried to talk me into doing it.
You went on there.
He tried to talk me into doing it. I couldn't do it, man.
Really been entertaining.
He cannot be phony.
I can't do it. It's impossible, man. I get in trouble for that now. Just be mad at me because I don't want to participate in they bullshit. It's crazy. Like, I just don't understand how you could be a real everywhere but in your house. That don't make no sense to me. You know what I mean? You're a real everywhere. And I play with you, but I disrespect you, but I say nothing crazy to you. But as soon as you walk in that door and that woman asks you where you was at, huh? What you mean? And I just, I can't operate like that, man.
With that, you telling the truth.
Yeah, I can't operate like that because it just don't make no sense to me. I can't say, I can't make you like me based on what your fantasy is about a man. If you looking for your fantasy man, go find him. But this is what it is with me. And once they came to me with that, I was like, it is what it is because
it is what it is.
It is.
It's harsh.
And it's not harsh.
But you like the fantasy, Los? You like?
Yeah. Come home and be myself every day. Where were you, babe? Babe, I was traveling on the Western Hemisphere. I was chased down by a Tyrannosaurus. But I made my way home to love you.
That's all good until you get into that argument. Oh, you dinosaur chasing ass. Chase dinosaurs, think that now you mad. Nah, you can have that, Slim. I don't want no parts of it.
Hear all that reality all the time.
Lie to me sometimes.
Yeah, lie to me. I'm talking about give me some good, healthy lies.
Chico B, ladies and gentlemen.
No, stop. Y'all ain't got this Monday. Y'all ain't got nothing to do.
Man, make sure you watch College Hill.
That's right.
Make sure you watch 85 South Show. Make sure you come to all the live shows.
Subscribe to the Channel 85.
Channel 85. We all got, the tour we doing. We got individual shows we got coming up, man. Y'all should come support, man. Just show love, man. Salute to our brother DC. You know what I mean?
Happy birthday to Prince.
Happy birthday
Today's
to Prince.
Prince's
That's why,
birthday.
Prince's birthday. That's why he's not here, man. He's been an amazing father, man. So, salute to our brother, man. And, thank y'all for having us as always. And we appreciate y'all,
Appreciate y'all partnership, business and personal.
That's
man.
right.
All the way.
It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Let's get to Jess with the Mess.
News is real. Whether it's Jess Hilarious, Jessica Robin Moore, just don't do no lies.
She don't spare nobody.
Worldwide Jess, worldwide Mess.
On the Breakfast Club.
She's a culture shift.
She was able to get y'all to see something and understand something that nobody could get you to see.
It's time to set it off.
Okay, so Friday's opening ceremony for the 2024 Paris Olympics, that it included drag queens recreating the image of Jesus' Last Supper by Leonardo da Vinci. The sketch included drag queens, a transgender model, a naked singer made up as the Greek god of wine, Dionysus or Dionysus. People are also criticizing them for including a child in the display. Yep, there was a kid there. Many people shared how upset they were, not only, of course, USA, but other countries as well. Some people argue that the Olympics made it very clear that Christian viewers are not welcome. Some accuse the Olympics of sexualizing a family-centered sporting event. On the other hand, some people claim that Christians have selective outrage, saying that they let other depictions of the Last Supper pass and that they're only upset because this version used drag queens. Some argue that the Last Supper is just a painting and isn't actually biblical. During a press conference, organizers issued an apology. The apology comes from spokesperson Anne Descamps speaking.
Clearly, there was never an intention to show disrespect to any religious group. On the contrary, I think that Thomas Joly really tried to really intend to celebrate community tolerance. That was his word yesterday. And looking at the result of the polls that we shared, we believe that this ambition was achieved. If people have taken any offense, we are, of course, really, really sorry.
The artistic director Thomas Jolly said our idea was inclusion. We never wanted it to be subversive.
Now,
we wanted to talk about diversity.
Now, did I see a picture? I thought I seen it online because I didn't see the opening. I seen the video after. But was there a man with his testicles hanging out his pants too? Was that part of the show too?
That was the guy sitting on the table, the big blue guy. It seemed that, I don't know if those were his real testicles or something, but like it was like maybe.
What the hell are y'all talking about?
A costume. The opening.
Yes.
The opening Friday night.
They were opening and the guy had his testicles out. It was the weirdest thing ever. But kids are watching the Olympics. I was like,
kids, and it was actually a kid right behind him. That
Jesus.
they actually put in the reenaction too. It was garbage to me. It was crazy. I felt like, what? This is your idea of diversity? But just a couple reactions of people. Of course, Ryan Garcia has spoke about it. He said, F the woke culture. It's war. Now gay people and lesbians, if you have that in you, I can find forgiveness and love. But this ish the community is doing to the kids, I don't F with at all. The LGBTQ, he missed a couple letters. Well, actually, a lot of letters. A community is a cult. He reacted saying that because he just didn't like how a kid was there and how
Look at you.
This is a family sporting whole thing, and that's how they opened up. And then Lord Duval is funny, but I'm with Lord Duval as well. I don't know why y'all let that Olympic Last Supper photo trigger y'all. That's exactly what they want.
I just
And
showed
y'all
him the picture
fell
too,
for
Jess,
it.
by the way.
I'm going to be honest with you. I never saw that picture. I didn't even hear about any of this. This is my first time hearing about it. That's why Jess With The Mess
You're
is important.
lying.
I promise
You're totally lying. I love how you love to climb under a rock.
I did not see this. I did not see this nowhere.
You didn't hear anything
Not
about
a damn
this at
thing
all.
about it. Not a little bit.
Well, now that you see it, what do you think after seeing that picture?
First of all, I don't even know. This don't look like the Last Supper to me. I would have never thought Last Supper. And number one, why is his testicle out? Why is it this whole ball out on NBC?
Out there.
NBC, how you just let a whole ball out?
I don't know.
Y'all, Janet Jackson got a whole fine 50 years ago for having a nipple out, and now you just got a whole testicle on television, and nobody says anything about it.
Yeah, it's like this big nigga sitting on a table. With
Oh no,
his
not that one, Jess.
testicles out.
You gotta look to the left a little bit.
Oh,
Just
it's
look
more
to-
than one testicle out?
Yeah, look to the. You gotta look to the left a little bit. The guy wearing a black. He's wearing black. Let's go to the left, like 4 over.
That was gonna be my next question. Who spotted the
Oh, my
guy
God.
to the left? To the left.
To the left, yeah. His whole.
That poor baby. Lord.
And this was supposed to be the Last Supper.
Yeah, that's what it's supposed to be. Lord
Yeah.
Duval, like I said, he said, evil feeds off negativity. That's how they grow. You will never beat them by playing that game. The best antidote for it is to not react. React.
I saw
It
that
takes-
tweet from Duval. I didn't know what he was talking about, though. I just thought he was talking in general.
Yep, it takes away all their power if we just simply just ignore it. He said
That's
it's
not true.
simple.
This is NBC. We watching television. If you're watching it with your child, I do not want to see people's testicles.
Me neither.
Yes, and
Just
you
out
are
and about.
going to react like that. It doesn't make sense.
Doesn't they took it down? All right, didn't the Olympics take it down
Oh yeah,
online?
they took it down. It's like you can only find like 6-second snippets of it. Like the whole video, like it was a bunch of videos up there, but they got that stuff snatched down. So
That don't look like the Last Supper either. That looks like the last gay orgy.
but minus the kid, because I'm like, yo, why would they just throw a kid?
There
up
was a
in
kid
there
in that
and
too?
Yes, it was a kid at the table, yo. Yes.
Y'all got better eyes than me. 'Cause I ain't seen none of this.
Crazy. Yep. Now we got better eyes. Oh, okay. He tried it all the way.
That's
but
crazy.
Hold on, I'm trying to find my other story. Okay, so in better news, Suki and Dr. Umar, they was singing out in Miami Gardens. Suki had went to hear Dr. Umar speak, and they have a picture that's circulating around and a video that was circulating. Suki looked real nice, and they look like a real nice little married couple. You didn't see that even, Charlamagne?
I did see that.
That's
I saw
crazy.
a picture.
Oh, okay. Yeah, in the video. You seen that, Envy?
I did see it. Suki was all dressed up in white. Yeah, I did see it. Yeah.
And he was real touchy-feely in the video and everything.
Dr. Umar's not married. I thought he was married. Maybe not.
I didn't think he was
I saw that picture. I didn't know if it was old or not because I seen them together before.
No.
Nah, this was this weekend.
He was in Miami Gardens. He was doing an event there, and she had came to pull up on him. I thought that was real cute. Ben Affleck strengthens. I think this is so crazy. Ben Affleck strengthens divorce rumors. I just hate headlines like that. So, all because he bought like a new house, a new multi-million-dollar estate in LA by himself. This is supposed to fuel the divorce rumors. I mean, we knew he moved out. It's not really. Where else was he going to live, on the streets? Like, he had to move somewhere. The news make fans believe that their divorce is now inevitable. Ben allegedly got all his belongings out of Beverly Hills home that they shared while J-Lo was in Europe. Sources say that he closed on his new mansion for $20.5 million. I thought that was one of the problems that he was having in the marriage. Like, no, we bought this big house, it was too expensive, and then you go buy a $20.5 million house with 5 bedrooms, 6 baths, with breakfast and dining areas, a separate family room, den, walk-in closet, media room, powder room, guest house, and more. So J-Lo was still looking for a house of her own. They both still wear the wedding rings from time to time, because sometimes he has his on, sometimes he does not. But people now think that it's just a way to silence the rumors. So that's crazy. That's it.
Thank you. That's Jess with the mess. Thank you, Jess. All right. Charlamagne. Yo, stop.
Why a homeboy just texted?
I don't know, man.
Freaky ass.
One of our friends just, I guess he's listening, and said, send me the pic. There's no reason for him to get that pic, but I sent it to him anyway, with the circling of the testicles. Anyway, all right. You donkey today. Who you give your donkey to?
Man, we need a young man named Kenneth Sellner to come to the front of the congregation. He is 21 years old, and this is why parents, we have to monitor our children, even when they, are a certain age, even when they are adults, because you just never know when they could be horsing around.
All right. And then after that, Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett will be joining us. All right, so don't go anywhere. Donkey Today's up next. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
You're checking out The Breakfast Club.
Some donkey todays just saw themselves.
I've been watching Charlamagne. I was ready for it.
I never heard of a donkey the other day. What is it?
I'm a donkey. Say it again, Charlamagne.
I'm a donkey.
Yes, you are a donkey.
I'll show you how to act a donkey. Everything that Charlamagne is saying is true.
All right, donkey today for Monday, July 29th. Hello, back to the work week. How are y'all feeling out there? Now, it's going to a 21-year-old man named Kenneth Sellner. Okay, Kenneth has been arrested for committing sexual acts on a horse. Okay, not just any horse. He had sex with his mother's horse. Yes, he's from Phoenix, and a woman called authorities after reportedly catching her son, identified as Kenneth Sellner, committing sexual acts with her horse while she was away on vacation. I believe it was comedian David Attell. He said the one good thing about having sex with a horse is you always have a ride home. Okay? Trust me, these jokes write themselves, all right? So a 21-year-old man named Kenneth Sellner comes into a bar. Oh, shoot. I already messed it up. Let me start over. So a 21-year-old man named Kenneth Sellner comes into a horse, okay? I want the record to show that Kenneth Sellner's mom is not a snitch, all right? There's a lot of people she could have called on her son after catching him having sex with the family horse, and the police is probably at the bottom of the list. I would have called the men in the white coats. Okay, he need to be 5150, and I'm not talking about Corey Holcomb's show. All right, she probably was already suspicious. That's why she set the cameras up. Okay, because let me tell you, I didn't even tell y'all what happened. Sellner's mom said that she had asked her son to clean the horse stall while she wasn't there, but that's when they checked the security cameras. She noticed that Kenneth was touching the horse's genitals and rubbing the horse's genitals on his bare body.
Oh.
Listen, man. Okay, she probably was already suspicious. That's why she set the cameras up. She probably was washing clothes and found pieces of hay in his underwear. Okay, pieces of horse mane on his clothes, and she probably told her son, stop horsing around. All right, and he didn't listen. Okay, imagine he trying to set the mood. He turns on Genuine Pony. All right, tell them take your horseshoes off, get comfortable. Okay. There's a quote that I've heard that I could never understand. And the quote is, there is something about the outside of a horse that is good for the inside of a man. Has anybody ever heard that quote?
No.
That is an actual quote. There is something about the outside of a horse that is good for the inside of a man. I don't know what that means, but there was something about the outside of this horse that made this man want to be inside of it. Now, for the record, he didn't have sex with the horse. I just told y'all that. But his job was to clean the stalls, and he would go in there to clean the stalls. And I told you the security camera caught him touching the horse's genitals and rubbing the horse's genitals on his bare body. Okay? It's nasty. Now, let's talk about this for a second, y'all. This 21-year-old man ain't never seen a horse penis, okay? Now, a horse penis to some can be considered a thing of beauty. Most horse penises get to be about 2 feet long when they not erect. When you just driving by and they just out there minding their business, they just out there swinging. When they get erect, they can get about 3 or 4 times bigger. So we talking about penises that are damn near 8 feet long. That 21-year-old got to playing with all that horse meat and was like, man, this is better than Call of Duty. Okay, I've been playing with the wrong joysticks. Now, he's since been released with no bond. Under the supervision of pretrial services. He must be supervised by an officer, and he must wear an ankle monitor. And they asked Kenneth why he did what he did to the horse. He replied, because he wanted to be in a stable relationship.
But
that really happened. I'm not making this up. That's
Shut up.
He
No, he didn't say that.
You don't got to believe
He
me.
didn't say that.
Well, please give Kenneth Selner the biggest hee-haw. That's why I don't even be liking to talk to y'all. They got to be in here making up stuff. I ain't make that up.
We gonna play a game?
Play a game of what?
Guess what race it is?
Let me look at him first. He looked a little miscellaneous in the face.
What? Miscellaneous, not miscellaneous. Michelin. What kind of word is
Michelin?
Michelin?
We can play a game. Let's play a game of Guess What Race It Is!
All right, this is going to be easy one.
All right, Arizona mother calls deputies to report son's alleged bestiality on a horse. DJ Envy, guess what race it is?
Whites.
Jess Hilarious, Arizona woman calls deputies to report son's alleged bestiality on a horse. Jess Hilarious, guess what race it is?
White.
Is there any reason y'all sound so sure?
The case.
The case?
Like, what?
Kenneth got a white case. Why is he around? Both of y'all are absolutely correct. I knew it. Kenneth Selner is completely Caucasian. I knew it. Some things are reserved for certain sectors of society.
Certain sectors.
Bestiality is absolutely one of them.
Jesus.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
And what's a miscellaneous face?
Miscellaneous. You don't know her? I know her.
I'm not messing with
you.
You
know miscellaneous, right, Jess?
No.
You don't know miscellaneous?
No, I know what the word means, but I don't know if it's a person.
Yeah, miscellaneous.
It's a horrible joke.
Oh, yeah, that's horrible. Just like them horse jokes he did a minute ago. Just bad. Just horrible. Just stupidest dad jokes I've heard. All right. Well, thank you for that donkey today.
Mm-hmm.
Up next, we got Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett. She'll be joining us. We'll talk to her next. So don't move. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. We got a special guest in the building.
Yes, indeed.
We have Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett. She's back. Good morning.
Good morning.
How you feeling?
It's too early.
You're supposed to be energized, okay? Your party is energized. So be as energized as your party, Congresswoman.
You just at Broccoli Festival partying it up.
Yes, I was. It was amazing, too. And they let me on stage so I could tell black people what their black job is this November.
How was it? How did they react to that? What they energized?
They were energized.
Okay.
It was great.
Mm-hmm.
I did a couple of things. I asked them if they had heard of Project 2025.
Okay.
And the crowd was like, yes. So that made me really happy.
Mm-hmm.
I also kind of did this call and response where I was like, all right, so your black job this November is to vote.
Mm-hmm.
And so I came back right before Meg got on stage and I was like, I'm just back to make sure that y'all remember what y'all job is.
Mm-hmm.
And they did. So they were engaged the entire time. It was really a great crowd, and it was talking to people that I feel like politicians don't take the time out to talk to.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, very happy to be there.
Where were you when you got the news that Democrats actually, summoned up some courage and said, you know what, it's time for President Biden to move aside, which they should have done a year ago, but we're not judging. Where were you?
I'm not doing this with you. But I was literally laying in bed when I found out.
Because I saw the tweet that you put out, and you weren't that happy about them making the decision.
So for me, it's all about how you do stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're like, hey, this is a conversation that should have took place a year ago. If there were concerns, I agree with you that this is something that should have been part of the conversation earlier. But I also felt like it was very disrespectful. This is a man who really does have an exemplary record. Like the record that I am going to put out there as I campaign for the vice president, they share this great record of accomplishment.
Mm-hmm.
But for them not to have more attacks about this and not to look as crazy as we look, where everything was Democrats kind of doing this infighting, it's like, wait a minute, the Republicans, they have lined up with a rapist, convicted, felon, like they fraud, like they have lined up behind this guy who we know was telling us ignorant stuff like inject yourself with bleach. And y'all want to tell me because he was stumbling and fumbling over words in a debate when we know that he was born with a stutter? I mean, these are people that are justifying January 6th. I'm like, if they can say that those people were just on a little tour and they were good patriots, then y'all can stand by this record. And, if you have concerns about the lack of excitement for the base, then this is a conversation that I think it still would have went the same way if it was behind closed doors. But we really did ourselves our own harm. Like, that's where the harm, it wasn't coming from Republicans. It wasn't Republicans attacking us. It was us attacking us. And so I think that it does set a bad precedence, right?
But now a week later, couple $100 million raised,
new energy,
100,000 plus new voters, people excited.
Listen, I mean, you and I have talked about the VP before. You know that, like, I ride and rock hard with her, always have, right? So the way that I describe it is a roller coaster of emotions, right? It was definitely a low, the way that it happened.
Showed a lack of unity.
Yes, absolutely.
Like it showed a lack of unity outside the house. Like we have that conversation. We keep it inside the house. I didn't like that either. I felt like people were switching sides, which I think it needed to be done. But I just felt like do that inside the house. Let's have that discussion.
Let me give you some in-house info. I'm not gonna snitch on nobody because I don't snitch.
Listen,
I don't do that. All right, most of the time. But here's the deal. It's great that the vice president is the presumptive nominee. But let me tell you something. As people were calling for the president to step down, it wasn't that they were all like, oh yeah, we want Kamala. I had a lot of coworkers that were like, it can't be either one of them. Okay? So that was another reason that I was riding so hard, because I'm like, wait a minute. What we not gonna do is, in fact, in that tweet, I made it clear, I'm not messing with nobody else. It's the vice president, or y'all go figure this out. Like, I'm not going out there. I'm not getting out there because y'all are playing games. So what we had to do is, like, behind the scenes, we had to strategically get ourselves together quickly. So I sent out a letter of endorsement to all of the delegates out of the state of Texas to make sure that they knew where I stood and tried to get them to stand on business as well. And so we, as Black Caucus members and some other caucus members, immediately started getting in touch with delegates, because if there was any daylight between his announcement and her coming out strong, then they would have tried to get somebody else. In fact, they were trying to get other people. I know y'all saw the Joe Manchin talking about, he was talking about, well, I may need to be president. The hell you do, not in these United States of America.
I would have voted third party if Joe Manchin.
Child.
Are you surprised of the energy, though? Because, like you said, a lot of people necessarily didn't think that ticket could win. Now the energy is different, but when they first announced, were you surprised at the energy immediately? She raised so much money immediately, and people were coming out in droves immediately.
I was surprised. But I was pleasantly surprised because I think that a lot of us, especially like black folk, we get nervous, right? Because we have seen the level of racism and vitriol that Trump has ushered in. And he wins over voters that way. So now when we start talking about people of color, I mean, we know that the entire movement started with Obama, right? Like it was like this backlash type situation. So yes, I was nervous, but I am happy that thus far we've got the energy. Now the question is, can we keep this energy through November?
That's right.
Can we transform this energy into votes? And I'm hoping that we can.
How long do you think this honeymoon phase with the vice president is going to last? Because it's still the same old Democratic Party. So what changes would you like to see in the Democratic Party? Since they made this massive change at the top of the ticket, what other changes would you like to see to keep the energy going?
Yeah, I mean, I think that there's a clear signal that overall we're wanting younger leadership. And there has been a gatekeeping for a very long time throughout every level of government when it comes to the Democratic Party. We don't really allow for the younger voices to get in. The fact that I'm considered young is really a problem, in my opinion. The only young person that I see in Congress is Maxwell Frost. Okay, I know, he's Gen Z, so he's super young. But overall, I think that we should start to engage in more partnerships and mentorships where you're actually training somebody up. I think that there's always this fear that if I start to mentor somebody, then they will then try to leapfrog me, instead of recognizing, like, this is your strength, this is your power, you over here. But at the same time, we need an actual pipeline. And we need to start promoting, like, what that pipeline looks like. One of the issues that we have in the Democratic Party is everybody sits around and says, okay, who's next? There is no pipeline, right? Like, everybody's sitting around asking questions, and we should say, this person got next because we've seen them doing this and that. So that's one of the things that I would like to see.
All right, well, hold up. We have more with Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett. When we come back, it's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. We're still kicking it with Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett. Now, as we start looking for vice presidents, who do you like? And not just one person, but who do you like and who do you think would be the best fit? Because people are realizing this is like I don't want to say like a basketball game, but you have to size up who's going to be the best fit and who's going to be the best help for that.
It's got to be a white man. Have to do a DEI hire and hire a white man.
Do you think it has to be a white man? Can it be a white woman from Michigan?
Gavin.
Can it be somebody else that's black? What are your thoughts?
The majority of the picks look like, or the majority of the options look like white men. So I'm going to assume it's going to be a white man.
Right.
I trust the vice president and her ability to pick. I think the characteristics that she's going to look for is a good partner. Because when it came down to her and Joe Biden, it was more of a partnership. Same thing with him and Barack Obama. It was a partnership. And so I think that that's what she'll look for. I don't know what her relationships are like with some of the governors. I can say that in my mind, Senator Kelly is somebody that she's consistently worked for or worked with because she has been the president of the Senate. And so she probably understands how he works. She understands his relationships in the Senate. The governors haven't worked in the Senate. So I would think that she has a natural inclination to potentially go with him. But I don't know. In addition to the fact that when we start looking at the map, right, you take a Governor Beshear. Well, I don't know that we're going to get another Democratic governor over there in Kentucky, right? But when you look at Arizona, if for some reason Mark Kelly comes out of that spot, then we have a Democratic governor, and she's the one that appoints another Democrat to that spot. So we don't end up messing with the balance of power in the Senate either.
I like Mark Kelly. He looks MAGA white.
No boy.
Bald head.
I can't.
You know,
I can't.
And he's an astronaut. White people love astronauts.
White
people love astronauts.
He's an astronaut and he's a veteran.
Yes.
And he's very big on gun violence. And it's something that she's very passionate about. And we know that it's something that Gen Z is very passionate about. And honestly, black folk in the hood, we want to get the guns off the streets too. I'm just saying. So I think that all of those things make for a really decent pick. But I don't know. I don't know what they're looking at. I would imagine that they are also doing some internal polling. I would guess that they're doing some internal polling to kind of try to figure out who moves the scale where and how well known somebody is too, because we're not talking about a lot of time to introduce your vice president. You got 100 days.
That's right.
And Mark Kelly is also probably the best known, and he is very strong when it comes to fundraising. He did $90 million to raise for his last Senate race. So I think that also will end up factoring in.
I'm 2A all day, by the way. But I do believe in common sense gun reform.
Me too. I'm licensed to carry.
Word.
Right? But like the fact that everybody and anybody got access to any and everything,
which is crazy,
is a problem, especially in Texas.
Congresswoman? So you ain't just clapping
Don't worry
back
about my 9.
You ain't just clapping back with your mouth.
No,
Okay.
I'm in Texas.
That's
You're
right.
crazy.
Now, when you say freedoms are on the line, because that's something you say a lot. Explain to our audience, what do you mean when you say freedoms are on the line?
So when we start looking at diversity, equity, and inclusion, they keep trying to attack it. But let's be real about it. And I think that it's been good to have the conversation, because when we look at things like affirmative action, it's been white women that have benefited more than anybody. So when they start saying things like we're going to get rid of affirmative action, even though they are taking aim at us, we still had not gotten our due when it came to it. So that's why a lot of black folk are like, yo, affirmative action needs to stay in place, because we still haven't gotten to where we needed to get to. So that's number one. And when we start talking about affirmative action and diversity, equity, inclusion, it's not just getting into schools. While most people know the Supreme Court case as it relates to Harvard, it's not just that. They are trying to bleed this over into business opportunities, right? So when we start looking at contracting and whether or not black contractors are going to get contracting opportunities, they're trying to use this as the catalyst for why we can't then say, oh, we've got to make sure that we have metrics that we're trying to hit for black businesses. This is affecting us economically. When we look at the Fearless Fund and what they've done in the courts to them, the Fearless Fund was like, yo, we know that black women are underinvested in no matter what we look at, whether it's politics or otherwise, even though Kamala is breaking all the stereotypes for that one. They said, no, it's not okay for you to go out and decide that you're going to invest in black woman businesses. So we need to understand that they are trying to attack us economically, as well as they're trying to attack our educational opportunities. When we start looking at reproductive freedom, that also is an economic conversation if we're going to be real about it, right? Because there are people that decide that they're not going to have children because economically they can't afford to have children. And so then we're talking about potentially holding people back economically, but also we're talking about literally putting women's lives on the line. We know that the black maternal mortality rate in this country has always been abysmal, and when we look at Texas, we are leading the way in the wrong way again. When we look at that, when you look at people like Serena Williams, like this comes down to a situation where it doesn't matter how much money you have. We have a problem in this country, and now you're saying I am going to take away some of those options that are available to doctors and women as they are trying to basically live. So we're talking about the freedom to live overall.
Why are more people talking about the Supreme Court? I've been saying that the Supreme Court is illegitimate. It is completely corrupt, because what my fear in November is, let's just say the vice president wins, Donald Trump challenges it. In light of all of their recent rulings, what makes us think they're not going to side with Donald Trump and overturn the results of an election?
I have no faith in the Supreme Court, so I'm with you. I don't know, but I do know that we've got to talk about the Supreme Court in general, and that was actually another concern about who became the nominee, because we already knew that they were going to sue. And so I was like, y'all can play fantasy president all y'all want to, but ultimately you may end up with a ticket and then your votes may not count because they have already decided they are going to court, and the court belongs to Donald Trump.
That's right.
So that was yet another concern that we had. If for some reason it ended up being a nominee that was not the vice president, I thought that it could get really iffy, because this would be the first time in history, which means that they literally don't have any precedents, which means that they start playing in our faces. In addition to that, I think it is a very salient point that we have to make on the campaign trail, and that I do make, is that it's not just the presidency that's on the line. It's this daggone Supreme Court, because he's already made it clear that he's going to put 2 more justices on this court. They get lifetime appointments. So that's why I'm happy that the president started talking about Supreme Court reform. I'm a part of the Supreme Court or the Court Reform Task Force. And so we've got 3 bills that we are trying to get passed. But one is term limits. They don't need lifetime appointments. That's clear. Number 2 is expanding the court. This court has been expanded 7 times, but the last time it was expanded was, I think, over 100 years ago. We've grown a little bit in the last 100 years, so we need to expand the court. And then finally, we need some kind of ethics reform because they just out here wilding, and the only people that get in trouble is everybody but them. So we need to make sure that they have some sort of ethics that they have to abide by. But I'm absolutely with you. I think that we are already preparing for the legal challenges as Donald Trump is out on the stump saying things like, if I don't win this state, it's because they cheated. He is already laying the groundwork. But I will say the good work of, say, Fonnie Willis down in Georgia, let's clap it up for her. I think that he may not have as many people that are willing to ride with him in his ridiculousness because it may lead them to prison. I think that they may be fearful. We also know in Arizona, they just did some indictments. So I think people may say, never mind, I ain't doing fake electors. I ain't doing none of this stuff because I ain't got time to risk my freedom.
Besides the Supreme Court, do you have any other fears with this election? You already know they're attacking her as a prosecutor. They called her a DEI hire. They said childless cat ladies.
What's wrong with that? What's wrong with her being a DEI hire?
Listen, definitely earned it. Definitely earned it is what that means.
But we know
I am taking it back.
We know she's overly qualified, but if the president said, hey, I wanted a woman of color vice president, what's wrong with that?
It's not wrong. When we look at diversity, equity, and inclusion, or when we look at affirmative action type of platforms, what it's been about is saying, hey, we need to make sure that we look at all the talent, because it's never been about people that were unqualified. It's been about making sure that you were forced to take a look at somebody other than a white man.
Right.
That's it.
That's right.
But you still had to measure up, and still when we look at it, you have to exceed the qualifications.
That's right.
Because again, when you start talking about old boy and the cat ladies, come on now. Like JD Vance has what? Listen, I am older than JD Vance, and everybody's like, oh, look at the young baby in Congress, right? But when you look at the Republicans, they're like, oh, yes, this can be the next vice president of the United States. And the reality is that this dude has never done anything. He just got elected for the first time a year and a half ago.
Wow. Jasmine Crockett, we appreciate Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett. We appreciate you for joining us this morning. Thank you so much.
Have you spoken to the VP? Did she call you this week?
She called me the day that it happened.
Okay, amazing.
And you can stay up with us, please. Let us know. Keep abreast of what's going on. You can check in anytime. If you in town, pull up on us. Thank you so much.
And give me your website so they can buy the t-shirts and all that.
Yes, go to the clapbackcollection.com to grab your shirt.
All right, it's Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. Let's get to Jess with the Mess.
News is real. Whether it's Jess Hilarious, Jessica Robin Moore, just don't do no lies. Don't do no lies.
She don't spare nobody.
Worldwide Jess, worldwide Mack.
On The Breakfast Club.
She's a coach of shit.
She was able to get y'all to see something and understand something that nobody could get you to see.
It's time to set it off.
Okay, so the Empire actor Brashear Gray, who played Hakeem Lyon, he has been arrested in Florida on Friday, according to the arrest records. Brashear was taken into custody on trespassing unoccupied structure or conveyance charge. He was placed on a $150 bond. The record does not, like $150.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, which he probably had in his pocket. Like, the record does not indicate the area he allegedly trespassed. However, just hours after his arrest, Brashear seemed to be at home and posted a video on Instagram of himself enjoying his own music. The caption of the video said, "Perseverance and above all confidence in yourself for the race marked out for us. Indulge into your weakness, for when I am weak, I am strong." Okay, so basically, I guess he already know whatever. But supporters in the comments urge people to like closely check in on him. I mean, because since like, you know, his appearances on the show and everything, it just seems like it's been going downhill for Brashear. You know what I mean? Like, and he has like a series of mugshots or whatever for, you know, different things that he's gone to jail for. I do want to know, like, is everything okay? You know, well, obviously everything is not okay, but like, who does reach out to him to check on him? You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying they have to be from the show, but if the rumors are true about them working so closely together, like, I really hope like people are checking in on him, making sure he's good, because when people see him, it's just kind of like it was with Orlando Brown. Like when people was seeing him, they would be quick to record him, but like nobody really was trying to help.
Yeah, I wonder what it is, because he seems like he's had a bunch of incidents and issues after the show. So I hope somebody does check on the brother, and I hope he's okay.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, you just don't know what people go through, so you can't really make assumptions. But because it may come out later, something was happening to him, or somebody did whatever. But I just keep him in our prayers. West Coast DJ cursed out by the caller. All right, so a West Coast DJ who goes by the name Dijon Sharif. Now, in the DJ where I don't know if y'all all know each other.
I don't know every DJ. No, I don't think he's a DJ per se, club DJ. I think it means DJ on radio. Okay. But I don't know the brother.
Got you. He shared a post on social media of a call he got after playing some Drake, and this is what happened.
So look, we playing Drake, right? Look at this call I just got. Check this out.
Man, I'm trying to figure out how you playing a white boy to stick the white boy on a in Canada. How the you playing him on the West Coast, man? What kind of is you?
Oh, dog, I don't control this, man. It's just this is what I'm told to play. You know, I'm from LA. I wouldn't play it if I was.
You gotta speak for you though. You gotta tell your boss. It's a different culture with this.
I
don't be playing that over here on this. Come on, man.
Hey, I feel you,
You gonna get some fucked off.
Oh, come on, man. It ain't that deep. I don't think it's that deep, but I feel you though,
you better
man.
keep that air on the West.
On God in heaven. Okay, I'll let them know. I'll send a message through.
Yeah, I'll send a message through. I mean, it happens.
Yo,
when
go ahead.
I was gonna say when Biggie and Pac was going through that beef, it was the same thing. If a jock or a DJ played a record, people be upset because they take their artists really close to their heart. So if you mess with my coast, we don't want to hear that. But people don't understand that the DJs, unless it's a mix, don't pick the records. Like, so the records that you hear every morning, I didn't pick. Jess didn't pick, Charlamagne didn't pick. There's a program director that decides what music plays, when it plays, how many times it plays a day. That ain't on us. We got the mix. When it's my mix, I can pick those records. But when you hear a record, you be like, well, Envy, why'd you play? I didn't play that record. That wasn't my choice.
Yeah. And then I feel like, LA, like West Coast, they have like a very 90s mindset when it comes to stuff like this. Like, no, they're loyal. Like, they don't play. Because that man was dead serious. And he sounded like an older guy. Like, nah, we not. Like, he was out back in the day with the Biggie and the Tupac beef was going on. Like, they don't play over there.
He sounded like he was going to pull up to the radio station. Be like, look, I'm going to be there. I'm going to be there in 30 minutes. Like,
you know what I'm saying? But it's like, but still at the same time, Drake has too many features.
Correct.
Too many hits.
Correct.
It's like, yo, they still gonna blast that man over there.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? It's hard not to play Drake anywhere.
Yeah,
in
it's
the
not.
world.
It's not gonna happen.
It's not. It can't. So, but damn, shout out to LA. They serious.
They hold their artists down. Yep.
All right, and real quick, Envy, I got some worldwide news. So. Okay. UK, all right, is getting real serious. So in the upcoming book, Catherine, the Princess of Wales, it's a book about to drop, and the author Robert Jobson, right, he claims that King Charles called out Prince William for using his helicopter, right, a little too much. He was using it a little too much, but he was using it with his wife, Kate Middleton, and their 3 kids. So basically, King Charles had written up this document and told William, like, yo, you need to sign this acknowledging how much you use it, like basically a log, like take responsibility for your actions for borrowing it so much. I need to know when you're going to use it, what time you're going to bring it back, where you going, all that, right? And the book claims King Charles didn't want Prince William flying his helicopter so much for the long distances because it was dangerous and because he was paying attention to his mortality because he had to face his own, because King Charles just found out, he had the cancer. So the book is trying to paint it like he just worried about William's well-being and stuff like that. But my UK sources told me he really don't want him on his plane because he don't like him like that. And he don't want him using his stuff. So can't wait till this book come out.
Who are your sources?
Why would I ever reveal?
Okay, my bad.
Yeah. So yeah, but it be getting crazy over there. I mean, I know it's probably not as messy as American news, but they messy. Yo, that man using helicopter too much, so you gonna make him log in and log out. Like him and his family have to go places.
I don't get it. A lot of people are like that when it comes to their things. When people have a lot of money, they be like, I don't want you using my thing. I don't care. If it's mine, my kids could use it, my family could use it. It is what it is. Use it, enjoy it. That's me.
But King Charles probably like, Prince, you got money, get your own. You know what I'm saying?
That's true too.
So I don't know, but I'm gonna do some more digging or whatever. I got a meeting at 9:03 with my UK sources, so I'm gonna update y'all tomorrow on the story.
Thank you, Jess.
No problem.
All right, that is Jess with the Mess. Up next, we got the People's Choice Mix. And I got to remind you guys, yes, my car show, the Drive Your Dreams car show, August 10th, we're going to be in Shreveport, Louisiana. And August 17th, we're going to be in New Jersey, New York, Meadowlands Expo Center. I try to do these events to something that's fun for the family. There's a lot of events a lot of times, and you can't bring the kids or you can't bring your parents. These events, we want you to. Kids 5 and under are free. There's going to be celebrity cars, old cars, exotic cars. There's like jumpies, rides, obstacle courses, and gaming trucks for the kids. There's food trucks. Of course, there's a bar for the adults. And there's so much to go on. So if you haven't got your tickets, get your tickets. Kids 5 and under are free. We're doing like free haircuts for the kids. We're going to be doing backpack giveaways while supplies last. Just try to do family fun. I got 6 kids. I need somewhere for my kids to go. So try to create these events for the kids. I would invite Jess, but that is actually the day that Jess's due date, August 17th.
Yeah. And then she may come before then. So it's like, dang, I still can't come.
No, you can't. Next year.
Yeah, Ashton was like, I can't. Can I go to DJ MV car show? I said no. I'm gonna have the baby. He was like, it ain't my baby, so I can't go up there. So I told her we can go to the next one together.
All right. Well, the People's Choice Mix is up next. Let's get to it now, and you can hit me up right now for your request. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Now, salute to 85 South Show for joining us. Chico B and Carlos Miller.
Our guys, man. Make sure you check them out on their big business tour that they're currently on. I think they was in Jersey and Philly this weekend.
That's right.
And make sure you check out their Channel 85 app. Make sure you subscribe to the 85 South Show podcast on the Black Effect iHeartRadio podcast network. Salute the guys, man. Good brothers. Love to see good brothers like that winning.
All right. And also Jasmine Crockett, Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett, for stopping through.
Always a pleasure when the Congresswoman pulls up, man. Make sure you go to her website, clapbackcollection.com, man, and go get a shirt with one of her signature clapbacks on there.
That's right. Now, Jess, you know, people have been calling all morning long and saying that if you want to have the baby fast, castor oil will work. They say also sex, walking, and double Dutch jump rope. So you can
I don't know nothing about no damn double
pick
Dutch.
and choose which one you want to do.
I've been told you.
I'm more concerned about the baby on a double Dutch tip, so I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to continue to bounce up and down like that. And then I've never known how to double Dutch. I know how to regular jump rope, but I'm not ready to do that. Castor oil might be nasty. I might just have sex. I don't know, but that hurts right now, so we'll see.
Castor oil, man. The castor oil had that baby right on out. She'd be out here ready by Friday. What's up?
By Friday. What's up?
Ain't that crazy how life just comes into the world, though?
I can't talk to you with that white stuff on your face.
1 minute you're pregnant, next minute there's just a person that you got to take care of for the rest of their life.
Yeah.
I can't talk to you with that white stuff on your face, bro.
What's wrong with you? Grow up.
All right, when we come back, positive note is the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. It's time to get up out of here. Charlamagne, you got a positive note?
I do have a positive note. I want to salute to everybody I saw in Cincinnati this weekend, man. I was in Cincinnati for the Black Men think tank. You know, so salute to everybody that listens to us in Cincinnati on 102.3 The Beat. Had a great time out there this weekend, man. I'm mad I couldn't stay, you know, but I had to be in and out. But salute to everybody in Cincinnati, man. Thank you for just coming out, and for everybody that everybody that came got a copy of my new book, Get Honest or Die Lying, Why Small Talk Sucks. So just thank y'all. Great time.
All right. Well, you got a positive note?
Yes. The positive note on this fine Monday. I want y'all to know it is only when we take chances that our lives improve. And the initial and the most difficult risk we need to take is to be honest. Have a great day.
Breakfast Club, bitches!
Y'all finished or y'all done?